Markgrafenheide, summer 2009. Here, the history of wind energy will be written soon. This is where the submarine cable, which will transport the wind energy produced in Baltic 1, the first German wind farm in the Baltic Sea, to the electricity highways of 50 Hertz, is landed. This is new territory for all participants. For the connection to the grid, 61 kilometers of extra high voltage cables have to be laid into the ground of the Baltic Sea. 16 kilometers have to be installed on shore, where the cable is laid in 1.5 meter deep ditches protected by pipes. At the same time, the submarine cable line is cleared from obstacles by special divers. It will be laid 1.5 meters below the floor of the Baltic Sea, which is up to some 20 meters deep along the cable route. The company NKT, based in Cologne, produces this sophisticated submarine cable. It has a diameter of about 25 centimeters and weighs more than 100 kilograms per meter. To ensure that the submarine cable can be landed without damage and laid under the dune, a long horizontal drilling is realized. The drilling is then coated with a protective tube through which the submarine cable can finally be inserted without damage. Bremerhaven, the offshore substation, the interface between the wind farm and the electricity grid, is built here. The transformer on the way to the Bentwich substation. It connects the submarine cable line with the transmission grid and increases the voltage to 380 kilovolts, which are necessary for the electricity highways. The connection to the grid of Baltic 1 is a particular challenge for all actors. This is also the case since it is clear that the industrialization of offshore wind energy on the German coasts starts with Baltic 1. The gigantic structure is brought by a special vessel to its location in the Baltic Sea and installed there. This undertaking can only be successful when the sea is calm. The wind turbines are connected to the substation by cable. The transformer on the offshore substation increases the voltage from 33 to 150 kilovolt. This voltage allows to transport the electricity efficiently, i.e. with low losses towards the mainland. 15 kilometers away from the coast of Fischland-Darß, the energy supplier EnBW builds the first German commercial offshore wind farm. A milestone, offshore wind energy will increasingly complement the energy produced in onshore wind farms. More than 40% of the total of the wind energy produced in Germany is fed in the area of the transmission system operator 50 Hertz in northeast Germany. The last cable sections are installed in winter 2010-2011. It is the so-called landing length, which represents the connection between sea and mainland. Here we are. After the complete installation of the sea and onshore cables, high voltage and impedance tests are carried out. All tests are successful. Baltic 1 can be connected to the grid. From the sea to the socket, 50 Hertz brings the electricity from the Baltic Sea to the mainland. The electricity generated by Baltic 1 can supply more than 50,000 households. Further wind farms will soon be built near the coast. More and more CO2-free kilowatt hours will be available through the grid to meet our diverse energy needs.